So I've come to Suffolk and I've come to meet up with good friend and fellow photographer Graham Shaw. We've come to a place called Herringfleet Mill. Now I've been here before, been here 3 times, and each time I've not really got what I've come for. The light's never been quite right. Today's not looking fantastic, I have to say, but there is some high wispy cloud that with a bit of luck might give some nice pinky hues to the picture. Sun's about 20 minutes off coming up, so I'm not far off getting there. So I'm going to crack on and get set up and hopefully get something nice. See you soon. So I've arrived at the windmill. I'm just about to set up. I'm going to spin the camera around so you can see the view. So there we go. So we've got a nice channel that leads up to the windmill with a good sky behind. Will be fantastic. So set up some distance back with the camera on a vertical, that's what I'm thinking, and with the scene behind. There's old Graham walking past the windmill. So once I got into position, I very quickly decided it wasn't for me. So I packed my gear up, quickly dashed over to the other side of the windmill and set my gear up there. This felt like a much better angle for this particular day. So I got here, got into position, and I don't know, this place must be on one of the main flight paths to somewhere. The sky is just full, absolutely full, like you wouldn't believe, plane trails. And it really has spoiled a nice picture. But that's what we're up against as landscape photographers, and if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. I'm not deterred by it, so what I think I'm going to do is going to wait for a little while. They may well disperse, you never know, blend into the clouds above, wait for the sun to come up. With a bit of luck, if the plane trails go, the sun will light up all the reeds to the left of the channel and cast some light on the grass in the foreground here, and the windmill beyond. So I've probably got another 10-15 minutes wait, but who knows, we'll try, never give up. And to add to my misery, now the sun has come up, right in my shot is a beautiful silhouette of me on the reed beds. So yeah, you couldn't write it, could you? So that was it for me. I decided to call it a day, go home and regroup. So I'm back at Herringfleet. Yesterday was a complete disaster really. Lots of plane trails, light wasn't right and just didn't go right. Graham's not come with me today. I've ventured out on my own. I only have 2 days, so I thought I might as well get up and try. That's the thing with landscape photography, you've got to keep trying. This is my 4th time now to this location. And I have to say, there's not a lot of cloud in the sky, but there is a little bit. There's a bit on the horizon, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we'll get something. It's a good little location, this. It's difficult to do, but it's good in the sense that you can start the shoot in the morning facing the windmill with the sun coming up behind it. And then you've got enough time to get to the other side and then shoot it with the sun behind you and the sun coming up. The only downside to that is it's right behind you and you can have shadow problems, shadows that you cast yourself onto the ground. So you've got to be mindful of that. But it is good that you can do two angles in one session. So I can see the horizon's pinking up nicely now. The clouds above are looking pretty decent. So I'm going to get myself sorted out, get the camera switched on, and fingers crossed that it'll be a wrap this time. Got the windmill sat nicely on the right hand third, and the sunrise is coming up in my left hand third, and I've got the horizon set on the bottom third. So compositionally it sits absolutely perfect. I'm using a Lee neutral density graduated filter, the hard edge grad, just to hold back the sky a little bit, and that'll get more and more difficult as the sun comes up. But it just sits really, really nicely. I have to say it's a cracking morning. It's just so still. Birds have started singing, and I've even heard the odd bittern in the reed beds. I'm completely alone. It's just magical. This is what landscape photography is all about. So I'm just going to quickly show you what the difference the graduated filter makes to the scene. I've got it in at the moment, and I've got it perched quite high up. I've been through this before on one of my other videos, but I'm going to show you again with a different scene. I've got it on live view, and I've got the camera recording. So we'll switch to that now, and I'll just start to slide the filter down, and you can see how it's balancing the exposure. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase the exposure level just slightly. But yeah, you can see how that affects the sky. It really makes for a much nicer result. It's not too cold either. It's very, very still. There's no frost today. It's just a pleasure to be out here, really. That's the first exposure done. Let's have a look. I think it needs a bit less exposure. I'm underexposed by a stop. I'm working on manual this morning. Sometimes work on aperture priority when I'm being lazy. But gone for manual this morning. Exposure wise, I'm getting 15 seconds at f16. Let's see how that looks. Different times of year will produce different sunrises for sure. I mean, at the moment the sun's coming up quite an oblique angle to the windmill. It's not quite where I'd like it. It's a little bit too far to the left, but nonetheless, as the sun comes up, it will colour a portion of the sky above the windmill as well. It's just that where I'm standing right now, the sky's lovely and pink to the left, but it's still quite muted and blue over the windmill itself. So that's exposing another one. Don't know whether you can see on the camera there. You get some lovely pink streaks just to the left of the windmill. Might not be picking that up, I'm not sure, but it's just what I was looking for. It's not natural cloud formations. It's actually the plane trails from yesterday. But I'm happy with it. They're not obviously plane trails. It could be wispy clouds that's moving over as worsening weather's moving in. It looks all right. Well, that was fantastic. The lights peaked now. The pinks are just starting to fade a little bit. Just taking the last few pictures. But compositionally, this is as nice as it gets, and the light is what brings it all together. I don't know whether you can see just behind the camera there, we've got this lovely channel that takes the viewer's eye right to the windmill beyond, and the windmill is the main focal point obviously, but it just needs that pink or a nice sky behind it. And in this case what I've got is yesterday's, as I've already said, the plane trails above that have made these lines that sort of sweep towards the camera, and they just, so you've really got the channel that takes you in to the windmill, and then the curve and the sweep of the plane trails taking you into the far distance. It's all come together for once. I'm very happy. So I think that's it, done and dusted. I think we can actually leave Herringfleet alone for a little while. So if you've enjoyed today's video, please subscribe, it means a lot. Press the like button and leave some comments. All are welcome. And until next time, take care.